Did you know that you can travel to Japan for just around $1,175? Yes, you heard that right. We're about to dive into an in-depth breakdown of exactly where your money goes when you embark on a journey to the land of the rising sun. From the cost of flights to the price of sushi, accommodation, transport, sightseeing, and even the vibrant nightlife. Stay tuned till the end, as I'll reveal 3 out-of-the-box ways to travel to Japan on a budget. Let's kickstart our journey with the most significant expense: air travel. Now, the cost of flights to Japan can vary greatly depending on where in the world you're flying from and the time of year. If you're journeying from North America, for instance, you could be looking at anywhere from $700 to $1,500. From Europe, prices typically range from $500 to $1,200. And if you're coming from Australia, you might find yourself paying between $400 to $1,000. What causes these price fluctuations? Well, several factors come into play. The distance of the flight, of course, is a significant one. But there's also the time of year to consider. High season, which includes the cherry blossom period in spring and autumn when the leaves change color, sees a surge in airfare. On the other hand, flying in off-peak times, like late January to mid-March, can help you snag a bargain. The day of the week you fly out can also affect the cost. Mid-week flights are often cheaper than those on the weekend. And let's not forget about sales and promotions. Airlines frequently offer discounted fares, so it's worth keeping an eye out for these. Now, you might be wondering if there are ways to get cheaper flights. Indeed, there are. One tip is to book your flight well in advance. Many airlines release their cheapest seats about 11 months before departure, so the early bird really does catch the worm. You can also set up price alerts on flight comparison websites, which will notify you when fares to your chosen destination drop. Another tip is to consider stopover flights. While they may add a few hours to your travel time, they can significantly reduce the cost of your ticket. And finally, be flexible with your travel dates. Shifting your trip by just a day or two can sometimes save you hundreds of dollars. With smart planning and flexibility, you can save a significant amount on air travel. Once you're in Japan, you'll need a place to rest your head at night. Japan offers a wide array of accommodations to meet every traveler's needs and budget. From luxury hotels to budget hostels, traditional ryokans to modern capsule hotels, the options are nearly limitless. But how much should you budget for your nightly rest? On the higher end, luxury hotels in major cities like Tokyo or Kyoto can cost upward of $200 per night. These hotels often offer amenities such as on-site restaurants, spas, and concierge services, not to mention the comfort and convenience of being located near popular tourist attractions. For a mid-range budget, business hotels are a great option. They typically charge around $50 to $100 per night, offering clean, comfortable rooms with basic amenities. Many of them are conveniently located near train stations, making them a popular choice for travelers. Budget travelers might consider staying in hostels or capsule hotels. Hostels, where you might share a room with other travelers, can cost as little as $20 per night. Capsule hotels, a uniquely Japanese experience, offer a bed in a small, private pod for around $30 to $50 per night. For those seeking a more traditional experience, ryokans are Japanese-style inns that often include a traditional Japanese breakfast and dinner in their rates. Prices can range from $100 to several $100s per night, depending on the location and level of service. To save money on accommodation, consider staying in less touristy areas or opting for accommodations that offer free amenities, such as breakfast or Wi-Fi. Booking in advance or during off-peak seasons can also help you score some great deals. Remember, your choice of accommodation isn't just about where you sleep, but also about the experiences you wish to have during your stay in Japan. Whether you're looking for luxury, convenience, a cultural experience, or simply a budget-friendly bed for the night, there's an accommodation option in Japan that's right for you. Choosing the right accommodation can make a difference in your travel budget. Japan's culinary scene is a feast for the senses and, admittedly, can be a bit heavy on the pocket. From the meticulous art of sushi making to the sizzling spectacle of teppanyaki, there's a reason why Japan has more Michelin-starred restaurants than any other country. But don't let that intimidate you. In reality, you can still delve into Japan's gastronomic delights without straining your wallet. On average, a meal at a reasonably priced restaurant in Japan can cost around $15 to $25. But remember, this is just an average. The price can vary greatly, depending on the type of restaurant and the dish you choose. Fancy a bowl of ramen? That could set you back just $10. A sushi dinner at a high-end spot? That could easily climb to over $100. But there's good news for budget-conscious travelers. Japan's food scene is incredibly diverse and offers a plethora of inexpensive options. Street food stalls known as yatai serve up a variety of delicious bites for just a few dollars. Convenience stores, or konbini, are also a treasure trove of affordable eats, offering everything from sandwiches to onigiri rice balls, and even hot meals. And let's not forget about Japan's many food markets. They're a great way to sample a variety of local specialties without spending a fortune. Plus, they offer a unique insight into Japan's food culture. If you're looking to keep your food budget in check, here's a tip. Opt for set meals, known as teishoku. These usually consist of a main dish, rice, soup, and pickles, and are typically cheaper than ordering items a la carte. Another tip is to take advantage of lunch specials. Many restaurants in Japan offer discounted lunch sets, which can be a great way to try out restaurants that might be out of your price range at dinner time. To sum up, Japan's food scene, while renowned for its high-end dining, also caters to those on a budget. With a little bit of savvy and an open mind, you can satisfy your palate and your wallet. Experiencing Japan's food culture doesn't necessarily mean breaking the bank. Navigating Japan's efficient, yet sometimes complex transportation system is an adventure in itself. From the iconic bullet trains that zip across the country to the intricate web of subways in Tokyo, it's a journey that's as exciting as it is essential. Public transportation in Japan is nothing short of impressive. It's punctual, clean, and the most common way of getting around. However, it comes with a price tag. A single ticket for a subway ride in Tokyo can cost you anywhere from $2 to $3. The high-speed Shinkansen, or bullet trains, while offering speedy convenience, can set you back anywhere from $50 to $100, depending on the distance. But fear not, there are ways to navigate this system without breaking the bank. Firstly, consider getting a prepaid transportation card like Suica or Pasmo. These cards can be used on most trains and buses, and they save you the hassle of purchasing individual tickets. Plus, they sometimes offer slight discounts on fares. Secondly, if you plan to travel extensively by train, look into purchasing a Japan Rail Pass. This pass can save you a significant amount when compared to buying individual Shinkansen tickets. Just remember, you need to buy this pass before you arrive in Japan. If you're considering driving in Japan, rental cars are an option, although they can be expensive, with daily rates starting around $40, not including fuel and tolls. However, this could be a cost-effective option if you're traveling in a group or exploring rural areas with less frequent public transportation. To save on transport expenses, consider walking or cycling for shorter distances. Many cities in Japan are incredibly pedestrian-friendly, and rental bicycles are readily available. This not only helps you save money, but also gives you a chance to take in the sights and sounds of vibrant Japanese streets. Understanding Japan's transport system can help you save both time and money. So, while it might seem daunting at first, with a little planning and a few savvy decisions, you can navigate this system like a pro, all while keeping your budget intact. Japan is a land of endless discovery, and its vibrant nightlife is not to be missed. Let's dive into the cost of sightseeing and experiencing Japan's nightlife. The country is brimming with cultural treasures, from ancient temples to modern art museums. An average entry fee to such attractions typically ranges from $5 to $20. The iconic Tokyo Tower, for example, costs around $15 for the main observatory. The historic Kiyomizu Temple in Kyoto charges an entrance fee of roughly $10. It's safe to say that if you plan to visit 5 attractions a day, you should budget around $50 to $100 daily for sightseeing. The nightlife in Japan is another experience entirely. Imagine vibrant lights, bustling streets, and a symphony of sounds. From karaoke bars and nightclubs to traditional tea houses, there's something for everyone. A night out in Tokyo could cost you anywhere from $50 to $100, depending on your preferences. This includes the price of drinks, food, and entertainment. However, you can still enjoy the country's sights and sounds without breaking the bank. Here are a few tips to save money. Firstly, consider purchasing a sightseeing pass. Cities like Kyoto and Osaka offer these passes that provide unlimited travel and discounted entry to attractions. Secondly, take advantage of the free or cheaper attractions. Japan is full of beautiful parks, gardens, and shrines that don't charge an entry fee. Finally, explore the nightlife in less touristy neighborhoods. The drinks and food tend to be cheaper, and you'll get to experience the local culture. Remember, it's not about how many attractions you visit, but the experiences and memories you create. Japan offers a plethora of unique experiences, from watching a sumo wrestling match, taking a stroll through a serene bamboo forest, to simply enjoying a piping hot bowl of ramen at a street-side stall. Exploring Japan's sights and sounds can be affordable with a bit of planning. So, take note, plan wisely, and get ready for an unforgettable journey. Last but not least, let's not forget about those unexpected or forgotten expenses. You know, those little things that sneak in and quietly add up. Yes, we're talking souvenirs, tips, and those spontaneous adventures that weren't part of the original plan. Let's start with souvenirs. Japan is a treasure trove of unique and enchanting items that make perfect keepsakes or gifts. Whether it's a beautifully handcrafted fan from Kyoto or a quirky gadget from Tokyo's Akihabara district, you'll want to set aside a budget for these trinkets. On average, you might want to allocate about $100 for souvenirs. But remember, this can fluctuate greatly depending on your shopping habits. Next up, tips. Unlike some other countries, tipping is not customary in Japan. In fact, it can sometimes be seen as rude or confusing. So, you can leave this expense out of your budget. However, if you're partaking in a guided tour or similar service, a small gift or token of appreciation is often welcomed. Now let's talk about those unplanned expenses. Perhaps you decide on a whim to try a Michelin star sushi restaurant, or maybe you discover a hidden shrine that requires an entrance fee. These unplanned expenses are part and parcel of the excitement of travel. For these, it's wise to set aside an emergency fund. How much, you ask? Well, a safe bet would be around 20% of your total budget. And let's not forget about connectivity. While many places in Japan offer free Wi-Fi, it's a good idea to budget for a portable Wi-Fi device or a local SIM card to stay connected. This could set you back about $30 to $50 for a week's usage. So, there you have it. The often overlooked miscellaneous expenses that can make a dent in your wallet if you're not prepared. But remember, travel is about experiences, not just expenses. So, while it's important to budget, don't let it stop you from making the most of your Japanese adventure. After all, a well-prepared budget includes room for the unexpected. So there you have it, a comprehensive breakdown of the cost to travel to Japan. We've given you the lowdown on every possible aspect: air travel, accommodation, food, transport, sightseeing, nightlife, and even those sneaky miscellaneous expenses that always seem to creep up on us. Packing your bags for Japan doesn't have to empty your wallet. It's all about understanding where your money is going and making smart choices. Let's do a quick recap, shall we? First, we talked about travel. Finding the best deals on flights can be a bit of a hunt, but it's worth it. Remember, early bird gets the worm. Booking in advance can save you a pretty penny. Next, accommodation. From luxury hotels to cozy guest houses, Japan offers a range of options to suit every budget. Don't forget about the unique experience of a traditional ryokan, or the super affordable capsule hotels. Food, glorious food. Japan's culinary scene, a feast for the senses and the wallet. From street food stalls to high-end sushi bars, the choice is yours. And remember, convenience stores are your best friend for budget eats. Moving on to transport. Japan's efficient public transportation system is your ticket to exploring the country without breaking the bank. Invest in a Japan Rail Pass if you plan to travel extensively. Sightseeing and nightlife in Japan can be as affordable or extravagant as you want it to be. Free and low-cost attractions abound, and the nightlife ranges from inexpensive local bars to high-end clubs. And finally, those miscellaneous expenses. Be mindful of small costs like entrance fees and mobile data. They can add up quickly if you're not careful. Now let's reveal those 3 out-of-the-box tips to travel to Japan on a budget. 1. Consider visiting during the shoulder seasons. You'll avoid the tourist rush and lower prices. 2. Explore lesser-known regions. Not only will you save money, but you'll also experience side of Japan that many tourists miss. And 3. Embrace local customs like picnicking under the cherry blossoms or soaking in public bathhouses. These experiences are not only affordable but also deeply enriching. With these tips and a bit of planning, your dream trip to Japan can be a reality without breaking the bank. So, get ready to embark on an unforgettable journey to the land of the rising sun. If you're interested in more budget travel ideas, don't forget to check out our other video on the right. This place is incredible, and you can save a ton of money if you follow our advice.